Greetings, travelers, project managers. Well, this phase of the project is over. We've got our fence up, all the panels that used to sit in the weeds. We got them up, we got them stained, we got them painted. And what else going on? What else did we get done here? Well, that big old hardwood, whatever it was, oak or whatever, blew over in the wind years ago and caused a big mess out here in the yard. So I was tasked to pull out all the sticks and logs. Somebody had chopped them up, but just left that grass full of stuff. So the yard guy, when he comes, should probably take a weed whacker and go over it a little bit before he runs his zero turn all around there. But this will all come back as grass and be mowed nice. Now, what I do with all that stuff? Well, in the city of Picayune, you can bring your trash, your sticks, out to the street. You put them not in the street and not down in the ditch. And you want to make piles about that high, 3 feet high. That's the culvert where all the crayfish are swimming around. But any kind of brush, plant material, I think they grind it up for mulch. And you don't call them, you just put it out there. And they've got their little worker bees driving around, and they find out where it is, and in a week or two, the truck will come and pick this up. But they do not take big stuff. They don't take big logs, even if they're cut up. Stuff like this they will not take. It's not going to fit their chipper, wood chipper. So from the field out here, just to get them out of the field, brought them over here closer to the street. And owner says he's got a guy that'll come and either haul them off like they are and take them to wherever he's doing firewood. Or you could just bring your log splitter right here and split them up and take them out, split firewood. It's hardwood, I don't know, white oak, chestnut oak, red oak, I don't know. It ain't pine, so it's good firewood. So at least we got it out of the field, got it kind of closer to the street, got a place for him to back up and pick them up. But the city won't take this size. So I made the executive decision to just get them out of the field so that field can be mowed. And they'll be all right here. Well, what's going on with the G20? Do people do this anymore? Rotate their tires? That's what I'm doing. Got these tires last year in April. Estimate 10,000 miles on them. I think they're still pretty good. I think they're warranted to 40,000 or something. I've still got some good tread. Get us through the summer. So the old rule was you take this tire, put it here, put that tire over there on the other side, and that tire back on the back, and that tire from the back to your spare, and then your spare to here. You rotating all 5 tires. Then someone said, well, these are radials, so that you can only rotate each side, rear to front, front to rear, for radials. Then other people say, nah, you can rotate them all, go all the way around with them. Put this tire up to the front on the other side, put this tire on the back on the other side, rotate them any way you like. But for now, we're just doing Rear to the front and front to the rear. What's going on underneath? Let's see what's going on. Well, here's the fresh rebuild coming out of rehab. The 4L60E automatic transmission. Fully rebuilt. New reverse, new first, new second, new third, new overdrive. It's all there. Probably put 20 miles on it. Around town, a couple of runs out on the highway. Seems to be running real nice. Of course, with the transmission, the test is not 20 miles around town. The test is 10,000 miles from now. Is it running smooth? It's going good? What's happening? You know, you replace your brakes, transmission, or your power steering pump, water pump. You get results right away. Right away. Everything's running great. And you could say, well, job well done. Well, transmission is a little different. Probably the engine too. If you rebuilt the engine, you got to wait till you put about 10,000 miles on it to know if you got the good one. Now this transmission was rebuilt 120,000 miles ago. That's our approximation. I didn't get any paperwork with it. So, no leaks. Been checking for leaks. There are no leaks. I have to do a little more adjusting on the shift gizmo. It works fine. Just setting it in park, it needs a little adjustment. So your real test comes in 10,000, 30,000 miles. Is it running smooth? Is it leaking? Is it burning up fluid? What's going on with it? A pretty basic construction. It's nuts and bolts. Chevy, GM, nuts and bolts. 15 millimeter, 14 millimeter torque wrench. That's all you need. Of course, you need some couple of jacks. I like those ratchet straps to help stabilize it while it's going up. That worked real well. Of course, we're on uneven ground in the dirt. It can be done. While I had it out, there's that old muffler wrap. While I had it out, I replaced the main seal of the engine. Take the transmission off, then you have this flex plate or a flywheel. Take that off of 5 bolts, and just behind it is the seal for the crank on the motor. And when I took the flex plate off, that seal was still fine. 270,000 miles and wasn't even leaking. But I had the new $15 seal, $20 seal, so replaced it. It's working fine, got no leaks. You know, when you first start this thing up after you put it back in. Wonderful job by Richie. So far, wonderful. We're going to give it a test here in a couple days, this transmission. But there's just a couple of electrical connections. This is one of them. There's one on the other side. The dipstick tube has to be loosened and out of the way. This big support has to come off. And then you just start undo your shifter gizmo. And then about 5 bolts hold the thing to the motor. Undo those. There's some ground wires scattered about. I like to clean those and clean the case wherever they're touching and mount those back tight. You can have some real electrical weird stuff going on if your ground wires aren't proper. I made a notation there with a marker. I've got it written down in my I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can see it. Do you see it? You see it. I got the date and the amount of miles on the motor. In case if this van gets abducted, somebody will know what's going on in there. But just got an electrical connection up. Excuse me. Got an electrical connection up on this side, one on this side. That's it. It's all real basic stuff. Just take your time in the dirt and take it down. Now this is a 95, but this transmission and the 350 V8 is a Chevy combo that's in the pickup trucks. It's in the sedans, convertibles. For a long time, this has been the combination. Now, this is a 4L60E with the shallow pan. You can get a deeper pan, holds more fluid. But they make a 4L80E, and it's a little heavier duty for towing, running a big load. But we'll go with it. And how are we going to test this? How are we going to test? We're going to test the 4L60E. Well, let's go on a little road trip, shall we? Shall we go on a road trip? Let's go on a road trip. Let me set you up here. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Let me get my GPS out. Here's our GPS. So from beautiful Picayune down here, near the Gulf of America, we'll take off tomorrow morning and head to Chattanooga. We might stop about Birmingham, somewhere around there. It's a 8-hour drive to Knoxville. I'd take it easy, do 4 hours each day, stop, Cracker Barrel or whatever, and carry on. I'd like to stop at Chattanooga if the weather's clear. We're going to test the transmission by going up on Lookout Mountain. Okay, we're going up to Chattanooga. Spend a day traveling around there. Then on into Lenoir City, beautiful Lenoir City. We go to Red Kelly's cottage. We do some chores there for 10 days, 2 weeks. Collect my earnings. And then we head north, up through Virginia, the Shenandoah Valley. Should we stop in Washington? No, I've been there before. How about Philadelphia? No, I've been there before. New York City, that's where we're going. We're going New York City. We're going right into town there to Little Italy. And we're going to get some of that fine antipasta. Spaghetti and meatballs, raviolis. That's the goal. Little Italy. Now this will be my 4th time in New York City. So I've seen the sights, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, the Guggenheim, Central Park, all the subway ride, all that stuff. So this time it's food. We're going to go into New York City at Little Italy. We're going to spend the night right on the street. That's right. No campground, no hotel. We're going to enjoy ourselves in Little Italy. When it's 8, 9 o'clock, I'll climb in the van, spend the night, up in the morning, 6, 7 in the morning, whatever it is, when I hear stuff moving around, and we'll head out of there. The other places to go, we're going to go into the Bronx, and we're going to go over to Queens, all in search of some food. Got some brisket or some barbecue or something. Maybe not barbecue, but Italian mostly. All Italian food. Big sandwiches, peppers, sausage and peppers, all that good stuff. So 3 days in New York City. And then on up to Boston. Never been to Boston. What should I see? Leave me a comment. Where should I see in Boston? Anyways, I know that there's a lot of history there in Boston. We're going to check out Concord and Lexington and what is Plymouth Rock there too. I don't know. A lot of history. 2-3 days in Boston, and then a straight shot back to Lenoir City. We may stop in Virginia, at the Pottery Barn or whatever sites, the Jams and Jelly Shack. And back to Lenoir City, we'll go to Red Kelly's and finish up some projects there. Not much else we're going to see around there. But for Lenoir City, we'll be back in beautiful Picayune. May 10th. May 10th, we'll be back in Picayune. And we spend the rest of May, all of June in beautiful Picayune. And then by July 1st, we're up in Colorado. We'll discuss that later. So that's our trip. Hope you like following along on my little trips here. Got an estimated time here. The trip is going to be from tomorrow till the 10th. And to Boston and back is about 2,800 miles. Easy peasy. The trip I took last June from Picayune to Oakland, California, and the side trip through Colorado and back, I think it was 5,800 miles. So this is a piece of cake, this little 2,800. We'll do that standing on our heads, huh? Okay, that's the plan, Stan. We're gonna try out that old 4L60E rebuild when we get up to Chattanooga. Go up Lookout Mountain. That'll be a good test. I don't think we're going to go to Ruby Falls or Rock City Incline Railway. We'll probably check out Fort Point or Point Fort. Fort Point. It's at the top of Lookout. There's really no reason to go to the top of Lookout if it's cloudy or raining, because there's beautiful views of Chattanooga from way up there, and I hope to get those. So that's the plan. If it's rainy and cloudy, we just keep on going. Okay. That's your report from under the G20. Oops. There's my hieroglyphics. Really enjoyed pulling the transmission, taking it to the shop, hanging around, using the bicycle to get to the store and whatnot. It was quite the adventure. I picked a good spot to do it. Really appreciate the owner for letting me do it. All right, kids, next time you see me, I'll be up on Lookout Mountain in Chatta, in the choo-choo, as the truckers say. I'm going to the choo-choo. All right, see ya.